So welcome, welcome, welcome to our Dolphin Heart Activation ceremony on Valentine's Day. I'm super excited to have you here. So y'all are my Valentines. This rose is for me, but also for you. And if you're watching in the future and it's not Valentine's Day, just connect into the heart energy, the highest energy of Valentine's Day, and you'll find us here blessing you and welcoming you. We're all each other's Valentines today, our beautiful Valentine's Day dates. And yeah, let's get into the dolphin energy today because that's what we're going to do. If you were with us for our last week's ceremony, we started off learning about the blue ray. And we went deep into the medicine of the blue ray, connected with Sirius. If you're watching this on replay on YouTube, you can actually find that in the previous videos. And this week, we are working with the dolphin energy and especially the heart energy of the dolphins. And of course, you can probably feel in your heart why the dolphins would be so connected to blue and the blue ray, because they're water beings, and even their skin is kind of like a silvery blue energy, even with some lilac in there and some sparkles. So what we're going to do first, before we start to talk about what messages the dolphins had to share through me, we're all just going to come together and breathe our higher selves into our bodies. We want to breathe our higher self energy into our bodies. So we're opening the channels, we're opening the meridians. So that way the energy that the dolphins are sending to us are going to go more deeply into our bodies. It's like clearing the pipes. So that water energy and that love energy that they're sending us already is going to be able to more deeply come into our beings. And Le Mer, yes, Deborah, I knew that. It's just, yes, thank you for reminding me that Le Mer is you. Okay, so let's close our eyes and have a moment to breathe in. Allowing yourself to come into presence in this moment. So just understanding that really the dolphin energy has called you here. And just starting to feel in your heart that you've been called by the dolphins. Maybe even you were calling the dolphins. And first, before we breathe in our higher self's energies, they're just wanting to acknowledge that some of you present with us are in need of a heart healing. There's some of you that are carrying a lot of grief around your heart space. And they're coming in to let you know and to let us know that they are here for you. And they just want you, if you resonate with that, and this is going to be helpful for all of us, when we connect with the heart energy, focus on like this point of light within the heart and within the high heart. When we get to the high heart, like there's a star, this heart star deep in the heart. And rather than focus maybe if there's any heaviness in the heart, just swim your way into the depths of your heart till you find that star, that light, that crystal deep within the heart. And that's what we're going to be activating and energizing today. And they're going to help you activate that so any shields around your heart can dissolve and disintegrate in that light. So go ahead and feel yourself going up to above your head, and you're going to see this beautiful light. And we're actually going to breathe in a turquoise light. So mentally ask, or through your heart ask, your higher self to send you its light that is most like or of the energy of the turquoise ray and turquoise light. You can say, higher self, thank you for sending me the energy that you carry that is most in resonance with the turquoise ray and with the dolphins. And see this beautiful ball of turquoise light above your head, maybe about a foot or a foot and a half above your head, like a ball of turquoise light. You might see crystalline energy in it. You might have sparks of pink or blue or gold or silver or even lilac, violet, whatever you see is perfect, even green. But mostly we're going to see this turquoise light, and know that this is your higher self's light, and starting to breathe it down into your crown. Like your crown is this beautiful vortex. and it's drinking in this turquoise light like it's been thirsty, and it's just sucking up this turquoise light, breathing it in, liquid turquoise light. This vortex of your crown is like, yes, I open to you. You can even see a 1,000-petaled lotus just drinking in the light medicine, the turquoise light, the water medicine, the crystalline energy. And then breathing that beautiful turquoise light into your third eye. Allowing this turquoise light, aquamarine, to swim through your brain, your ears, your eyes, just filling with turquoise light, softening the brain. For a lot of us, this is really bringing a softening to the brain. We're so inundated with messages all the time, with things that are happening in the world. We're trying to compress our brains to try to figure all of life's issues out. And what this turquoise light is doing is it's bringing spaciousness into the brain and into the mental body, and starting to sort of breathe this sigh of relief through the mental body and the brain and the mind. So just allow the turquoise light to move through you. You might even see images or visuals of dolphins starting to pour down with this light. And then bringing that energy down and through the base of the skull and the throat, filling the teeth with turquoise light. Teeth are really connected to dolphins and whales. Teeth are basically the crystals of our body, and they can transmit energy and information. And a lot of us can have issues with our teeth, very much myself included, because we have sort of clogged up the systems of how that crystalline energy wants to move. And teeth also hold ancestral records. So a lot of us with teeth issues who are connected to the dolphins are purging out the records of our ancestry. Teeth issues can literally just be detoxing of the very third dimensional dense energies. And it can be, you know, a really healing process that we currently don't understand. So bringing that turquoise light into the teeth and just feeling into what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know, there's always more to understand about these mysteries. Breathing that turquoise light into the throat. Just sending a healing into your throat chakra, asking for any healing that you may need in this moment. Bringing that in with the turquoise light into your throat chakra. Just taking a moment here to really feel that in the throat. And then opening up the back and front of the throat as we receive this turquoise light into the heart. And feel your high heart starting to activate now. We're going to speak about this a little bit more in today's session, but the high heart is between the throat and the heart. And its color is turquoise or rose quartz pink, or even a magenta pink, but I see it as rose quartz pink most of the time with gold. So it makes sense that it would be turquoise because it's right in between the blue of the throat and the emerald green of the heart. So this is your high heart, and just feel this turquoise light activating the high heart. Just imagine it starting to receive this light, opening up like a flower, and then pouring light into our heart chakras with this turquoise energy. Breathing in turquoise into your heart, into your high heart, and allowing it to cascade down this turquoise light into your solar plexus. Letting the dolphins meet the lions within your solar plexus. Sirius connection. Not like, oh, Sirius, but like Sirius the star. You probably know that by now. Sirius connection, the dolphins and the lions. And then breathing that turquoise light through the sun of your solar plexus into your sacral chakra, another area that we are going to be speaking about today. It's very connected to the dolphins. Feeling the turquoise light move through your womb or your hara, your lower back, your kidneys, just breathing in this beautiful turquoise light into the sacral chakra. And this is where the dolphins are going to start to potentially really connect with you through the sacral, the water, the womb. Even if you're not a womb holder, you have an energetic womb. So just feeling into the energy of turquoise, infusing your sacral with light. And you may start to feel many things happening, but this turquoise light is of purity, of joy, of crystalline energy, and it will naturally start to drop out anything that is too dense or too heavy to be in vibrational resonance and a harmony with this turquoise light, which also comes with the sounds of the dolphins, the clicks and the light encoded in these sounds. So just feeling this start to move in through your sacral, receiving the blessing of the dolphins. You might even see a dolphin swim up to you and place its nose, its cute little nose, long nose, on your sacral or on your lower back. Maybe one comes in the back, maybe one comes in the front, whatever you want. There we go. That's a pretty big release. And then moving down this turquoise light into the root, bringing some joy into the root, bringing some laughter into the root, some ha-ha. Man, that root can hold some dense energy, huh? Being a human. So bringing that turquoise energy, just activate the 5th dimensional template of your root chakra. So we're just going to activate that higher dimensional template of the root chakra. Moving ourselves up into a higher frequency where the root is still grounded and deeply connected to Gaia, but it's in its 5th dimensional template, which the dolphins are helping us to usher in our 5th dimensional crystalline light bodies that they have so beautifully embodied and shown us for so long. And then just breathing this turquoise light down your arms, your hands, your legs, your feet. Remember, this is the light of your higher self that's most resonant with turquoise energy and dolphins. So just to let that higher self light move through your legs and your feet, opening up your feet chakra, opening up your legs, your mermaid, merman, merbeing legs that could fuse together and propel you to magical places underwater. Should be going on an underwater journey later. So finally sending that turquoise energy through the Earth Star chakra down to Gaia, and just say thank you, Gaia, for all your beauty, for the beautiful oceans, for these beautiful dolphins. And just feel the womb heart of Gaia open up and send you so much love. Archangel Gaia transmitting the energy of love and joy through the earth, through the core of the earth and up into your heart. Saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, feeling your heart just radiate this turquoise light in your aura. So your whole aura is filled with this beautiful turquoise light. Breathing in turquoise and exhaling turquoise so it fills your auric field. Breathing in turquoise and breathing out turquoise so it fills your auric field. Breathing in one more time. And exhaling the turquoise as we welcome the dolphins and the whales to join us now. We call upon Archangel Michael and Archaea Faith. Faith is Michael. Michael's Michael's feminine counterpart. We call upon Isis and Hathor. We call upon the Syrian masters of light, of blue light, the Syrian lion beings. Call upon each and every one of our higher selves, live or on replay. In the future, you're now here. And sending a burst of love to all of the beings who are here now, live or on replay, as we connect through the waters And whenever you're ready, you can wiggle your toes. You might want to connect in with that grounding cord and Gaia once more. And in your own timing, you can open your eyes back to this space. All right, welcome back. So I want to talk to you a little bit actually about why we are connecting with dolphins today, what my connection with dolphins is. I don't want to spend too long on it because this is very much about your connection with the dolphins, but they did ask me, oh wait, I have to burn this first. Sorry about that. I wanted to burn this because this is a plant that I learned about yesterday. I had the beautiful opportunity to do this really powerful hike with a Khoisan, one of the indigenous here in South Africa, also called Bushmen, who is like a master. He knows so many plants. And this it's called Imbepo, in one language, in one African dialect at least. And we could think of it kind of like sage, because it clears energy. And I wanted to burn this. And as well, what they do is, because Africans are I'm in South Africa, if you didn't know, Africans are so connected to their ancestry, so many of them. So they'll burn this and they'll pray for their ancestors to come in with us. And they also consider their ancestors, like when my friend was telling me, like the bees are their ancestors and the lizard is their ancestor, and they have underwater ancestors. So we're going to burn this and just call upon the beautiful dolphins, and just asking for a cleansing of this space. And yes, and then we'll kind of chat. So I offer this, I ask this beautiful plant to also send smoke to you, your heart listening, just feeling yourself, if you're a yes, to open to receive the energetic medicine of this smoke. That's so nice. And blessing and opening this space. And again, calling on these beautiful dolphins to join us. And I'm going to burn it a little more. And they want you, my guides are telling me, they want you to open more to this plant. Don't just look at me and go, oh, that's nice. This is a really sacred plant with a lot of power. So if you want to really honor it and receive the medicine, really just connect intuitively to this plant. And just offer, that your heart is open to receive this. They're telling me that not everybody is going to receive the same activation today, because the more that you bring your heart and your presence into this ceremony and intend that you open it, the more you'll actually be able to receive. So that's an invitation, right? To be present. And that's all you need to do. And open your beautiful turquoise heart. Thank you so much, this sacred medicine. Beautiful. Yeah, because remember, because I'm bringing this ancestral African energy in, they have so much respect for their ancestors. And so we also, if we're connecting with this medicine, we also want to make sure that we have that respect too, that we're working with these medicines with honor. Okay, so thank you. So my connection with dolphins. So in short, I will tell you that I am an emissary for the dolphins. So, and some of you might actually be also emissaries for the dolphin, a part of the dolphin soul family watching. That might be why you're here. Or you might be very connected to dolphins in your own way, or whales, and just be very supported by them and feel very connected to them. I received an activation or a remembrance more fully in Costa Rica last year. For so many years, I've known that I was an orca, that I was so connected to the whales and dolphins, and it just came back in remembrance. But I worked with mushrooms in a plant ceremony in Costa Rica last year. And what I was told and what I was shown is that I'm an emissary for the dolphins. And it was time for me to start switching my focus out of so much business coaching for divine feminine beings and start to really take up the mantle of allowing the dolphins to come through and helping that energy to connect with all of you beautiful beings and so many others, because it's such a needed medicine. And I was also shown that I was to rename my Facebook group and my brand. And today is the first day that I'm revealing that. And I think I'm going to change all the names over tomorrow. So Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon, which has been so beautiful, has been in a caterpillar and chrysalis form. And it was created, so that's what my brand has been called, and my business temple has been called for many years if you're new to me and my work. And it served me so well, because when Sisterhood of the Mermaid Moon was birthed, I was very much working with the dark goddess and a lot of the lunar energies, and really waking up to myself and my service to the goddess. And now I've shifted into a little bit more balance, where I've worked a lot with the shadows, and I also feel very connected to the sun and the heart and the brightness. So from this day forth, it's not quite anchored in the external. What this temple is going to be called is the Dolphin Heart Temple. So this is sort of a celebration of that today, and we're going to get really deep into the dolphin heart medicine that I'm so excited to bring forth. So, all right, so let's get into what the messages were. So the dolphins wanted me to share certain things with you before we actually go into a meditation and an activation. So first, the dolphins want to... Deborah's saying, how do you spell the name? It's Impepho in Beppo. So the dolphins wanted to share that they actually serve the goddess. So the dolphin energies are quite feminine in nature, and you can really feel that with how they move their bodies. They're all about flow. The whales hold a little bit more of a balanced energy of the masculine and the feminine. We touched on that last time. However, the dolphins, if you can really feel into it, they tell me they serve the goddess, and they're very in their feminine energy. So if you ever meet a man in this lifetime who you may feel is an incarnated dolphin, you may notice he actually has a very androgynous energy. He might hold the masculine temple very strongly, but there is something deeply feminine in his nature as well. I've met many of them, fallen in love with many of them, had my heart broken by many of them, and they're so beautiful. So yeah, the dolphins serve the goddess, and what they wanted to share with us. And as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That's super important. I think you know that. So what they wanted to bring in today, because we think about, oh yeah, dolphins, we're going to be talking about joy, we're going to be talking about play. Like obviously, we're Googling dolphin spirit animals. They're like, joy, play. But we're going to get into like deeper, some deeper medicine, right? And what they wanted me to bring forth is the second chakra and a relationship with our second chakra. Because in order for us to experience that joy, so many of us, all of us, we're all carrying shame. And a lot of the shame lives within our second chakra. And they tell me, we want to help humanity to clear the shame that's felt so heavy and poisonous in their systems for so long. And in order to start to walk this journey, or maybe you've already been walking this path of integrated self-love with that heart, that dolphin heart, that womb or that second chakra needs to be involved. And as we tune into our second chakra, what they have showed me is that, for the beings that are listening, they want to help us heal, because there's two main areas that they see that we're hurting ourselves. The first is with food. That when we make choices to eat something that our body and our womb or our hara does not want, we can actually use food to punish ourselves, because we're lacking self-worth and we're feeling in the energy of shame. And so if we want to do this dolphin activation and we want to jump into the crystalline energies of the heart, Well, they also really wanted to bring forth today. They recognize our humanity, and they recognize that it's not as easy as some of the channeled beings have sort of said, and just be happy, just be positive, just think those thoughts that feel good, you'll be fine. There's no excuse not to. They recognize, because they hold the codes of emotion so strongly, and they do, bring their sonar through our fields, and many of them have incarnated as humans. They do understand the depths of pain and trauma and density that we hold in our second chakra, our roots, especially our lower chakras. And so they want to help us to continue to open the door to allow more light into those places in. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing in the activation of meditation today is working with self-worth and bringing more presence into the sacral, into the womb, into the waters of the womb, or the hara for men or people that aren't womb holders. Because in order for us to serve at our highest capacity, which is blue ray energy, and dolphins are children of the blue ray, and they come with some other color frequencies as well, we need to have this self-love activated, that we're not punishing ourselves, we are treating ourselves. And so just feel into if there's any part of you that maybe has a relationship with food, that there's chemicals in your diet, or there's too much of it, or there's factory farmed meat, or there's factory farmed dairy. We have to understand, when we're ingesting these things, we're actually punishing ourselves and our bodies, and we're keeping ourselves in a lower vibrational place. And the dolphins, while they're very joyous and playful, they can also be very just direct. They want to help us. So just take a moment to feel into, and this isn't to activate more shame. This is an opportunity to say, hey, if I'm serious about this blue ray energy, if I'm serious about this blue ray medicine coming through, where I serve the will of God, I serve the will of the Creator, I serve the will of Source, and I am in alignment, and I am a fierce leader in this world for calling in the energies of the new golden age, and I'm embodying it, then we have to go to our relationship with second chakra and our food choices to make sure that they are high vibrational, or as high vibrational as we're currently allowing ourselves to go, and start to serve us. And so they want us to be eating more high vibrational foods, more raw foods, more blessed liquids, more life force energy. They're saying, if we connect with you, if you want us to connect with you, you have to bring your vibration to as high of a point as you can, and not at an imbalanced state. Not that the higher chakras are super open and the lower chakras are very stuck and blocked, but higher vibrational in terms of as fifth dimensional throughout all chakras as possible. So of course, if we want to bring a more fifth dimensional template into our lower chakras so the dolphins can come connect with us, we want to bring those high vibrational choices into our lives. If you do need help with this, please come to our soon to be renamed temple. I don't know what I'm going to stop saying that. The Dolphin Heart Temple Facebook group. It's free. If you need help with transitioning from a diet that you feel isn't serving you, come on in, let us know. Myself and probably many other beings in there can support you in that. And the other thing in the second chakra is sexuality, ways that we can punish ourselves. So we're going to go straight into it, because the dolphins are like, we're not just flu and fluff and play. We're like, we want to get into it. So sexuality, if we are punishing ourselves with low vibrational pornography or low vibrational sexual relationships, or we're just not honoring our womb or our second chakra or these powerful sexual centers, we're leaking out our energy, and we're connecting to, they're telling me that there's a mass web of control that moves through sexual energy on this planet. And one of their primary roles as helpers of humanity is to support us in clearing our sexuality. And it's like our sexuality, they're saying it's like your sexuality is already clear, but it's like how you identify with it and the matrix that you can connect into with it, we want to dissolve so that we're free sexually. And if you want to free your life, if you want to feel more free in your life, then one of the first places you want to go to is your relationship with your sexuality, your sacral chakra, and start to unhook and sort of decord and dissolve any cords into this lower vibrational control matrix that has been running through sexuality for thousands of years. So let me know live or on replay if you have any questions about that. And so we'll see what we do in the dolphin activation, the meditation that we're doing. I recognize that a lot of this is quite deep work. We're going to be doing this in Medicine Cubers with the Blue Violet Ray. There's only so much we can do into 1.5 hour live ceremonies. I have a 4-month journey coming up. We start at the start of March. And we're going to be really deep diving, and I'm going to be walking you through holding your hand and how we can purify, because the dolphins are about purity. And again, it's like we might think, oh, it's going to be so light connecting with the dolphins, but they're badass and they love us so much with such a high vibrational frequency. But if we want to be like the dolphins, we need to purify our bodies and our sexuality. If we want to be that joy, we need to purify so we can return to the essence of our inner children. And it does take work, and it does take commitment, which is where the blue ray comes in, and the blue violet ray, because it gives us the courage. It gives us the courage to say no to the BS. When we make that decision for the 400th time, it's like, okay, I'm not going to judge myself for this, but I'm going to say, wait, what's at the root of this? Why am I doing this? I'm going to sit and love that part of myself so deeply. So it's not about, oh, I'm going to the cookies again with all that fake shit and the chemical stuff in it, and here I am eating 6. Oh, darn, Beth said it was about food and I'm bad. Well, I eat the cookies. That's totally not the vibe. It's actually, oh, I'm going to the cookies again. Interesting. I remember what Beth said in that dolphin activation. Okay, I'm going to invoke the blue ray. I'm going to invoke the dolphins and ask, thank you for helping me to love whatever is at the root of this, going into the sacral chakra. Thank you, dolphins and higher self, for helping me to go into whatever is at the root of this, the root of these cravings, the root of where I'm not supporting myself physically, maybe with food or with sexuality. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to step up to my leadership, because they're saying, you are all, if you're watching, you're a powerful leader. So you have to treat yourself like a powerful leader. You have to treat yourself like a queen, a king, or a royal being, because that's who you are. So you have to also be the one that says, I'm ready to heal at a really deep level because I'm so powerful. I'm here to transmit such power in my being that it's my responsibility to purify my channels so that power can come through. So they're not messing around, because they know how powerful each and every single one of you are. And the blue ray and the blue ray medicine will always call you into your power, even if it's uncomfortable. But again, it's okay if you still display the behaviors that you might feel are low vibrational or punishing yourself in some way, as long as you are praying for the deeper healing. And you can be patient with yourself. You don't have to whiplash yourself or be in a war with yourself. You can recognize the behavior and go, thank you for bringing me the medicine of healing, higher self, source energy, blue ray, I call you in. Thank you for bringing me the medicine to heal whatever is at the root of these behaviors that don't serve me. Thank you, dolphins, for helping me to clear shame. And you can keep doing those behaviors if you want. If that's the most natural thing for you, fine. I don't want you to fight against yourself, but you move into prayer and you move into, wait, I'm a royal being. So I deserve to take a moment, 30 seconds, to pray for the healing that I need, because I'm here to emit royal energy. And the best way I can do that is to show up for my own healing. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments, live run, replay, how that feels for you. Rita says the native name for a local bay here on the Gulf Coast, US translates, oh, beautiful, to where the children play, referring to its home for the dolphins. Love that. Leanne says, oh my God, I'm dealing with my partner in low vibrational porn and trying to transmute my own fears and reactions to it. Like last night it came up. I'm so desperate to be free from sexual trauma programs. Yeah, Leanne, I'm hearing you. And like I shared, the best thing, let's see if you're on video here. I can bring your video up, or if you're just on audio. Oh, there you go. Okay. So the best thing I would say is the prayer and asking, and you are free to take a womb break of no penetration and no sexual connection with your partner while you're going through this, not to shame him if that feels appropriate for you. If it doesn't, go do your thing. But bring yourself into prayer and ask, and recognize that you're still calling that into your field so that you can be the light that brings conscious awareness to it. So it's not a bad thing at all. You showed up to be the sexual healer in this situation. So releasing the judgment of it and saying, Thank you. Thank you to my partner for showing me this low vibrational energy. Thank you for showing me what needs to be loved, what needs to be respected, what needs to be honored. I'm here to offer that love. I'm here to offer that respect. I'm here to pray for the healing of the root causes of this, while you have your boundaries and you can say yes or no to the sexual energies that come in and out of your field while you're in that space of prayer. Does that make sense? Great. So again, with this level of consciousness that we're working with, we're not working with judgment and, oh, get out of here. We're working with dolphin heart activation. We're working with loving everything, being fierce, saying, okay, that's not in alignment right now. Okay, then what is going to help it become in alignment? The only medicine that will ever help anything that's out of alignment is love, unconditional love. How many times has it worked for you if someone doesn't like how you're doing or acting and they're like, hey, you're kind of shitty at this, you know? You kind of just fuck up in that. Like, that you've been like, wow, I feel so genuinely moved in my heart to heal that and change and shift. Like, that just feels so good. No, we get ego, we get defensive, it becomes this war. But if we, speak to each other with love, speak to ourselves with love, that's when we feel open enough to explore other options. So Audrey says, any addictive behavior is actually to be cleared out. Yes, absolutely. Mary Pat, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Money has been such a block to getting the nourishing foods right now. So you can pray for help. You can call upon Archangel Michael. You can say, Archangel Michael, I really intend to eat the nourishing foods that are really, really good for me, that are going to support my soul mission. I am dedicated and devoted to that. So I ask for your help and your legions of angels for help and allowing me to receive everything that I need to eat nourishing foods, whether that's money or opportunity or synchronicity. I open myself. What I'm hearing is they say, make one decision at a time. When you're going to buy something, okay, maybe you're going to buy the organic version of that, but only one. Maybe you're like, oh, I was going to go for the canned apple. I don't know why I'm saying this, the canned applesauce in a, metal can. Okay, well, why don't we just, for today, buy instead 5 organic apples and then buy everything else the same? So you can level up in increments. And what will happen is your vibration will start to climb in increments and be able to register at its new set point. And also, you can connect with farmers markets. You can connect with different ways of also getting some high vibrational life force food that is actually less expensive sometimes than what's available as well, if you go direct to the farmers as well. I'm not sure where you are and what's going on, but just a note with that. Okay. So let's see if they want to share anything about that. So yeah, it's like very powerful. So we're kind of moving right into this shadow work energy. It's like, what? Why are we in this shadow work? I thought this is dolphins and love. We're going to go back into the heart and the light and the joy for sure. But there's a reason. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes because, okay, so with the shadow work, okay, they want us to know that in order to effectively actually do the shadow work here of the healing of the second chakra issues that affect our heart, that affect our fluidity, that affect our water, our receptivity, our goddess energy. In order to effectively do that shadow work, we have to be pillared in light and love in some capacity. Because if we're not connected to the love that we have for ourselves, the love that Source has for us, we will get lost in the shadows. We will get lost in the heaviness. So you have to know what you need in that yin yang. And you can connect with orcas and with dolphins. Orcas are dolphins. Orcas are not whales. Orcas are dolphins. They're the black angels of the sea. So you can connect and go, what do I need right now? Do I need to go play in the shadows, or do I just need to swim in the turquoise energy of light? And so what they're telling me is they want us to understand and just feel into the connection with snakes that dolphins have. Because if we want to play between these realms of shadow work, going into the depths of our sexuality, transmuting, while also being in joy and being in play and being in vibration, they want to talk to us about the snake energies. Isn't it interesting that the kind of texture of a snake is sort of similar to that slippery, hairless texture of a dolphin? The way that you learn the dolphin swim, if you're going to learn how to dolphin swim in your mermaid tail, is you do the S. You have to swim like a kind of like a snake. You got to do the S. And so this snake, you can connect with the medicine of the snake because snake is transmutation. It's more of that blue ray, strong frequency for healing, going into the darkness and the shadow and the depths of that. And then it's like the dolphins are like the light aspect of that and the play, and they can work together. And I know some of you, I'm feeling live around replay, are kind of scared of the snake, maybe believing some biblical stories of the snake. Connect with the highest aspect of the snake, because the snake is a symbol of feminine Kundalini Shakti. It's a symbol of wisdom, which the Bible co-opted to take people away from honoring the goddess, and they took their most sacred symbol, which was the snake, and they turned it into something evil. So if you're a little bit scared about connecting with the snake, recognize that we've been brainwashed as a society to turn our backs on one of the most powerful symbols and energies. And the Kundalini right in our body is symbolized by snakes. The caduceus, that's what doctors have. Doctors are still operating with the two snakes, which is our Ida and our Pingala, our feminine or masculine energies of the Kundalini rising through our spinal column and creating this beautiful open energy. The meridians are open. So yeah, it's interesting that that's coming through. They're like, okay, we want to help you heal. The dolphins are like, we want to help you heal. And so in order to do that, we have to play with both light and dark. Orcas are dolphins. They have both black and white on them. And so if we want to have a sustainable experience of joy, we have to also connect with our depths and our shadows and show up for them. And so they offer us the medicine of the snake, the medicine of unconditional love in the shadows, and the medicine of recognizing and remembering that you are royalty and you deserve to open up those pathways, receive the light of God, goddess in those places to be able to hear yourself. And as we purify, we're able to hold more joy because joy is our natural state. So this is one way of connecting with the joy energies, is purification and clearing. Clearing and purification, not obsessive clearing, but just recognizing when something is out of alignment and going, I'm going to pray into this. I'm going to breathe into this. I'm going to feel into this. Audrey says, I write poetry with lots of S right now, immersed into snake tangerine vibes. Ooh, cool. Snake tangerine. I like that. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay. We'll begin to start to bring more light frequencies in so we can really connect with that turquoise, but I'm going to have a little sip of water first. Anybody have any questions? So some fun pieces, right, I think that we spoke about last time is the home of the dolphins in our galaxy is Sirius, and Sirius B in particular. I think we'll probably visit Sirius B today in our activation. So that's exciting. So if you do want to connect with the dolphins more, you can always connect to Sirius and to Sirius B. Let me just feel if they want to share anything else. We have one or two more things to chat about before we go into the meditation. So they're showing me right now, they're saying, remember that, okay, well, first, they want to remind you the key to transmuting the density and the shadow work is to remember that all of it is lovable, that there's nothing too scary for the source within you, that all energy, this is like, they're saying like there's several people in this call that don't actually understand this yet, but they need to be reminded. All energy is source, all of it. Evil is, even the frequency of evil or something very shadowy, if it is energy, then its source originally, where the energy came from, even if it got twisted, is source. There is nothing but source and the void that birthed the light of source. So does that mean that, oh, well, you're saying God is evil, source is evil? No, I'm not. I'm saying that the energy that source emits was able to be played with by our free wills, that we are fractals of source. So as we were fractals of source and we played different games and went into different experiments, we started to forget that all of us are connected and all of us are one. And so some of us were starting to make different decisions of, okay, I wonder what it would be like to do this. I wonder what it would be like to try to separate myself like this. Okay, I wonder what it would be like to play the villain. I wonder, it's kind of this cosmic experiment that we're in right now in the third dimension. And so what keeps us in a third dimensional state is to believe that that's separate, that shadow energy is separate from source and it must be eradicated off the face of the earth, and that's the only way we'll heal. But from the fifth dimensional perspective, what we understand is all energy is source. So when we're working with our shadow energy, we're actually asking, may the source within me wake up to remembering itself. May the source within these shadows wake up to remembering itself as source. And we bring the respect in for the shadows, recognizing that they are God too. They're just source that has forgotten itself, that believed that lie of separation over and over and over again until it became so afraid, because it believed that it was separate from love, separate from divinity. And again, we see the sexual energy weaving in, because one of the great lies for us of humanity is your sexual energy is separate. Your sexual energy is dirty. And so we can see how all of this comes into play here. The dolphins as master teachers helping us to reclaim who we really are. So don't be afraid of your shadows, no matter how intense they seem, because they too are source. As I mentioned last time in our Blu-ray activation, I've been in training with Archangel Michael for many years in my dream time around dealing with demons. And the way eventually that I've learned through this training is to say, I am God, I am source, whatever word you like, I am God, because we're all fractals of God, and then go to hug them and say, I love you. And that will disintegrate them and clear them. So we want to give all aspects of ourselves deep respect. And so just take a moment to feel any shadow in our collective field right now that's been brought up. And we're just going to say, we're calling the dolphins in to bring their dolphin sonar. Good. And we're saying, I love you. I bless you. I see you. You are welcome here. To any shadows within me and to any shadows in the collective energy today that we've brought up together, through going into the depths. I love you. We love you. Thank you so much for being here. We see you. We honor you. It's safe to be you. I love you. I thank you. You are so worthy of love. Any behaviors, anything that's going on that you're not proud of, I love you. Thank you so much. You're so worthy of love. You are beautiful. And that is how we speak to our shadows. That is the only way we speak to our shadows, when we are in masterful alignment with the blue ray. There is only respect for our shadows. And that is, as medicine keepers, the blue ray and the blue violet ray are those who carry that frequency. That is our calling, because the blue rays are the transmuter. And the only way you can truly transmute energy is by going deeply to connect with it and say, I love you. You're worthy. And to hold it in love until it's ready to receive that. Sometimes we have to wait a little while. We just keep coming back and say, I love you. I've got you. You're beautiful. Okay? So that's the blue ray energy. That's the blue ray medicine. And that's why those who carry the blue ray and who start to embody it can make other people quite uncomfortable, because it's like this X-ray vision. And then simultaneously we're going deep and letting people know, I love you. I love your density. I love that which you hide. And all this stuff in someone else's field starts to come up in our presence. And it makes them feel very uncomfortable if they don't have a relationship with their own shadow and their healing, when actually a healing process is starting to occur. But if they speak to their shadows in a way that they say, I hate you, go away, then of course it's going to be a very uncomfortable experience for them, because they're not yet in that energy of receiving that love. So Yeah, just know that and recognize, if you do carry that energy, what a powerful gift it is to come with that energy, and an invitation now to be more embodied in that energy, saying, I love you. And this is what allows us to be so playful. People sometimes have this vibe with me because I am so bubbly, because I come off, as quite a happy, light being and person. They will kind of, my sister was like case in point for this growing up. But people will kind of have this vibe with me of like, you're naive, you spiritually bypass, you're up in the clouds. And it's so interesting because actually the only way that you can be sustainably happy is if you're an adept shadow worker. Is it not so, as a human? Right? So this is, again, the blue ray energy. It's like, it's so deep and it's so powerful, and it honors yourself as royalty. And it also acknowledges other beings, all other beings, as royal energy who deserve your love and respect. And every day is a practice to embody that. And that's when we allow the sustainable frequencies of joy to arrive. Because we are letting it in now. Because there's nothing so deep or so scary that we recognize, oh, that's bigger than me and more powerful than me. It's like, no, I can have my shadows going on and hold them and love them and know that they're on their way to transmutation. And I'm just so fucking stoked to let the joy in, because that's my true self. And then we activate our childlike nature in gratitude for the earth, gratitude for the fairies, gratitude for the flowers, gratitude for the sun, gratitude for all hearts, gratitude for one another, gratitude. And that gratitude can also really, really unlock that joy energy that we're going to start to play with a little bit more now. So Rita says, reminds me of the mother energy of loving, exactly, of loving our kids no matter what. It's all love, even when not comfortable or in transition phase. So remember that the dolphins serve the goddess, the divine mother, right? The dolphins serve the goddess, the divine mother. So Rita, you're saying it reminds me of the mother energy of loving your kids unconditionally. Well, absolutely. That is the mother energy. That is the goddess. And that's why the planet's been so out of balance, right? Because we haven't been honoring the goddess and the mother. So we've been in this energy of war within ourselves where we've forgotten how to love ourselves so deeply. There's only been a certain version of ourselves that we're ready to honor with love. Okay, if I wake up at this time, if I have my green juice, if I do this at the right time, if I do my exercise, if I make this amount of money, if I'm in a good mood, if I look good that day, okay, great. Then I'm like rocking, I'm ready to love myself. Well, what about all those times when you overslept? Yeah, you ate too many cookies last night. Yeah, maybe you didn't make the best sexual decision for yourself. Okay, now, oops, I skipped my yoga class. I'm not feeling super great. Okay, well, can you be as obsessed with yourself then as well? Can you be like, oh my goddess, I'm so royal. I just like have so just like kind of fucked up, but like I love that part of me. I'm actually gonna have fun with that part of me. Like if I did it, I might as well get stoked on it. Right? If I did it, I might as well be like, fuck yeah, I enjoyed those cookies. Awesome. Because love is what brings us into that higher vibration. So again, love, 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 love. There's been so many, still very much to this day, and I'm like, oh, Beth, like, but it'd be really cool if you like stop doing that. And I'm like, I'm not really there yet. So I'm just gonna pray that, things will open up to me. If that's the path for me, that it will be open. And I'm just gonna say I absolutely love myself anyway. So what my life looks like actually is like loving the mess. A lot of, like, my house was such a mess when I woke up this morning. I have a cleaner now, best ever. So she came to clean, which is amazing. But I had like a crazy weekend of love and such early mornings, but I got so tired at the end of the day. I couldn't show up for promoting Medicine Keepers with the Blue Violet Ray. I was so tired. I just watched Friends, Netflix, I was like, and just pieced out. And it was like kind of this beautiful mess that I just got stoked on. And a lot of times that's actually what my life looks like, is be like, wow, like,
that didn't follow any like super rigid idea of what I'm supposed to be like and how I'm supposed to show up as like a, you know, spiritual being helping the world. Whatever, like fuck it, I don't fucking care. That's also the dolphin energy. Who the fuck cares? Love yourself. Yeah. Do you know where you're going? Yeah. Do you recognize places you're kind of full of shit? Cool. Awesome. Love yourself, just like we talked about, the mother energy, you know, love, 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 love. And again, like, who the fuck cares? You do you. And recognize that the more that you have that energy with yourself, the more your lower vibrational addictions and tendencies will naturally dissolve from your field. It will be way more natural for just like, I love myself. So I want you, live run replay, I want you to let me know in the chat, like, I love myself no matter what. I love, whatever your line is, I love myself in my mess. I love myself when I'm like super all over the place. I love myself when I'm feeling depressed. I love myself when I don't look as good as I want to. I love myself when so-and-so's being mean to me. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. It is the key, the mother energy, the goddess, the dolphin vibe of joy. That's how we access it. We just get fucking stoked on ourselves, guys. We just don't fucking care anymore. And you know what will help with this? Less scrolling on social media. If that's you, less scrolling on social media, just as a side note. Then we get in our comparison mind, we get in our mental body, and it's a little bit harder sometimes. Ollie says, I love that, so true. Audrey says, self-love is so essential to hold this vibration, exactly, unveiling energies. That's why the dolphin said you have to be anchored in the light and the love to effectively do the shadow work. So if you don't feel the light and the love regularly in your heart as an energy, do not go into your shadow work directly yet. Unless you have like a special, very intuitive impulse that you do. Work with the light. Go to the heart, go to the light, bring in the light in. Don't do the deep shadow work until you can actually hold the vibration of light and love in your heart. As Audrey says, self-love is so essential to hold this vibration, unveiling energies. Otherwise, we'll get lost in it. It'll be too much. So the dolphins will help you. Remember, they're going to help you with that orca energy, black or white. What do you need? Yes, to feel royal and respect ourselves. Thank you for the insights and needed reminders. You're welcome. Leanne says, I really don't like not being able to prevent the reactions it brings up in me. That's actually the hardest right now. Are you speaking about your relationship, Leanne? Let me know. Also, the reactions within me is like, okay, can you love the reactions? Can you, oh, I love that part of me that reacted really kind of intensely or violently, or I love that part of me. I wonder where that comes from. I love that part of me. Under that I see that it's making me feel unloved, unseen, maybe that I'm not enough. Okay, I'm willing to love that part of me that feels unseen, like I'm not enough, unheard. I love that part of me. Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity to do this healing process. It's not comfortable, but thank you so much for being my teacher. I'm willing to love that part of myself. I'm going to bring the blue light into the depth of these reactions. I'm willing to go deep like the orcas, the black angels of the sea, into this energy. Christine says, I binged on cookies since last night. You're killing me. I know, I was watching you. Just kidding. Annette says, yes. Rita says, not a mask, keeping it real and going with the current and bubbles of joy. Yeah. Ellen says, love that. Perfect. Deborah says, yes, the finger snapping, love it. And yes, oh, by the way, finger snapping is a sound healing tool. It clears energy. Try that. Snap all of your body. It activates your chakras and it clears energy. Very cool, eh? So if you don't have your singing bowls, if you don't have your sage, boop, boop, you sound. This is dolphins, baby, right? You sound. We don't actually need that stuff if we don't have it. Move that energy, clear that energy with the sound. And yes, I had a weekend like this and started judging myself and then snapped out of it and realized that self-judgment is not self-love. Yeah. And we love the self-judgment too. Allie says, I love myself no matter what. I love myself no matter what. I love myself in my mess. In the heaviness of motion, I love myself. Yeah. Because guess what? You came here to be human. You didn't incarnate in a dolphin body right now. You didn't incarnate on Sirius right now. You came specifically for the human journey. And so we've been
programmed and brainwashed to believe, I'm just like looking at my open windows and it's dark outside. I'm like, oh man, mosquitoes. I can't close them now though. I'm in a vibe. We have been oh man, I lost my train of thought. I shouldn't have mentioned the windows. We've been trained to believe, what did I just read? Oh yeah, we've been trained to believe that the point of the spiritual path is to get somewhere other than we are. The point of the spiritual path is to be enlightened. The point of the spiritual path is to be like a Wim Hof breathing machine that goes to Tulum, invests in crypto, is super rich, wears goddess clothes, and basically just has like 100,000 followers on Instagram and is just like a best-selling author. That's the point of the spiritual path. We got to get there to show how amazing we are, everything we manifested. Guys, I'm in such a high vibration right now. And then, okay, well, there's the heaviness of the emotion. I got to get rid of that so I can get where I want to be. But if your soul wanted to have another experience than you are having right now, please recognize the intense power and unlimited nature of your soul. If your soul wanted to be somewhere else right now, having a different experience, you would be somewhere else right now having a different experience. This is the moment that you showed up for. This is the emotion that your soul was curious about, that the Blu-ray energy within you wanted to transmute. This is it, right? So I love myself in my mess and the heaviness of emotion. I love myself. Oh, interesting. I'm feeling this heaviness of emotion. Well, I guess that's the experience my soul wanted to show up for, isn't it? Okay. I love myself. I love it. Interesting. Blu-ray in. Boom, boom. Got it. Rita says, I love myself, even when I'm having trouble loving myself. Absolutely. Beautiful. Audrey says, love those vibes. Eternity. Yeah, Empress, that's you, right? It's actually eternity. Yeah, you changed your name. We figured it out. Less scrolling on social media for sure. Yes. Allie says, don't do the shadow work until you can hold the frequency of love in your heart. Love that key. Yeah. And, it's like, you can just breathe. If you want to do shadow work, but you're like, oh, how the emotion is heavy. It's not that we're saying, don't look at it. Don't go there. Just don't go like super into it yet until you can hold light. But breath is a really good way to do shadow work when you're just, at any time of your being, whatever you got going on, the breath, breathe into it and allow it to move. So no matter what's going on, you can do the shadow work with breath, but I would say don't go super into it until you've colored the heart. Ali says, I just received Matt Kahn's Whatever Arises. Love that. Exactly. He is one of my most important spiritual teachers. Dolphins love him. Dolphins are like, yes, Matt, preach. Thank you. And I'm so excited for activation. I know it's coming. For those of you who don't know, Matt Kahn, basically his teaching is the title of his book, Whatever Arises, Love That. So he's a really good mentor to work with. He put on his YouTube videos and he's just like, you're just like a complete mess and total disaster. Like, you're so great. I love that. Love you. And then you're like, yes. It's a lot different than putting on like the motivational spiritual videos, which like, bless them, there's a time and a place. They're like, you have so much potential. You can make $1 million and like, you can just go for it. And you're like, I feel so much pressure right now. Really, I just want to watch Netflix, but okay. So yeah, Matt's a really good one to kind of keep it balanced. Brigitte says, laughing out loud, so true, just being me with a strong zest for life, fun, and less rigidity, no expectations, no disappointments. Yeah. Okay, so Leanne says, yeah, the low vibrational choices. Yeah, hopefully, I did comment on that before. Hopefully that was helpful. Yeah, to just honor your reactions and just like love them so deeply and see what's there, because this situation is also showing you a place in yourself that you don't find lovable. So that's the key. What do you find unlovable within yourself in this situation? Go and love that place. What do you find unlovable? If you're dealing with something unlovable with someone else, the first thing you want to do is connect with the place inside of you that feels unlovable, because how are you going to love someone's unlovable energy until you've been able to love your unlovable energy? Once we love our unlovable energy, it's not really unlovable, our egos just say that, then our capacity for compassion grows and we can extend that out to other people. Sometimes, however, there is a time that we do need to actually clear people from our life. So make sure that you know that distinction. Your heart will tell you. Audrey says, love the snapping effect. We'll do that. Brigitte says, I've been having a lot of high-pitched ringing in my left ear lately. Yeah, those can be activations and upgrades for sure. Rita says, point to spiritual path to not have a body. Yeah. Audrey says, we came here into the mud and we are here to love the mud back into the light. also the way I see it. Junction of dark light is where creativity flourishes. Beautiful. Orca. Annette says, funnily enough, before when you were talking about all the sexual shadow and healing, I got so tired I needed to eat some smoked tofu all of a sudden. I love smoked tofu. So I just love myself for giving it and eating that tofu. You might have needed to ground. You might have like had a lot of energies moving up and needed to kind of ground a little bit. Showed me a pattern and indicate some deeper digging and self-love showering to do. Matt Khan is amazing. Yeah. Rita says, dressed into my turquoise hoodie and sweatpants to celebrate Dolphin Blue energy today. Happy Love Day. Yeah. My Valentine's. Okay. I have one more thing to share, but let's do a pee break. I have like one or two more things to share. Let's do a pee break right now, but yeah, and then we're going to do our maybe like a 15-minute meditation or a 20-minute meditation where we're going to really experience this. So that's coming very soon. So have a pee break, have your, yeah, exactly. Rita says, close your window. Like I need to do that. Happy self-love day. Yeah. So let's have a break for a couple minutes. Go do your thing. Do whatever you need to do. Have a little dance party if you don't need to do, you know, anything special. We'll meet back here in a couple minutes. All right, beautiful angels. Just wait for a couple more beings to get back. Thanks for hanging out with me for so long. You just have so much to say when I'm like, oh, I don't have that much to say. And then I'm like, wow, just, you know, the dolphin, the throat. I was like, I just love to talk. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, Leanne, I'm receiving your message, seeing you and thanking you for being here. And I can feel so much transmuting in your field already just being here. It's like that permission to just like love it, like just to love it all and less judgment for all corners of it, knowing that you're the healer, you're the sexual priestess healer. Bring those dolphins in, baby. Okay. So I'm going to say something that's like not insanely important right now while I'm waiting for a couple people to get back. But I did mention this last time. So I do feel like dolphin beings like ultimately are children of the blue ray, the blue energy. But I really feel like when we go into the crystalline heart of the dolphins, we're going to be connecting with that very shortly. Again, the energy is also the same colors of our high heart, which is the turquoise and the pink and the gold. So you can, if you want to connect with dolphin energies, that crystalline, sparkly energy, you can go blue or turquoise or pink and gold. And I've read several beings channel through that. Actually, what dolphins do is they hold Christ light, which is of the gold ray. So Christ light is not talking about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is called Jesus Christ because Christ is a title, meaning you've embodied your Christed self. So we all have Christed selves. They're very high vibrational selves. They resonate with the gold and white energy. And so dolphins, what I've read, and I really vibrate with it, dolphins hold the Christ light, so that golden energy as well, and they radiate it through the waters. One of the reasons why going in the ocean feels so yummy, all those dolphin songs, all those beautiful marine beings sending all that love, with all the boats and all the killings of the fish and the pollution, we might think that the ocean might not feel so good right now. But when we go in, it still is a master healer and a crystalline body of pure light. The dolphins and the whales are doing so much. So the final piece of sort of information and workshop vibe before we dive in to our meditation is they wanted me to tell you that many of you are missing on opportunities when you drink water. So we're going to bless our water before we get into meditation, because water is water is like a living light crystal. Like it's like liquid crystal. And so if I have, this crystal here or this crystal here, if you are familiar with crystals and working with crystals, you may understand that you can program your crystals. You send light into the crystals, and clear quartz is actually used in technology because it transmits energy and information. So similarly, water holds that and can hold that. I think I know a lot of you know that. And so they were told me that a lot of you are missing an opportunity by just drinking whatever water, maybe it's tap water or bottled water or maybe some filtered water, and you just chug it back and that's it. Well, this can be your medicine. Your water can be your medicine. Water can be a healer for you. And someone said before, the money is actually an issue for me with nourishing foods. Well, the moment you bless the food and you bless the water, you automatically bring it into a higher vibrational state. So you don't even need money to start eating more nourishing and drink more nourishing. So what we're going to do with our waters is I'm just going to show you how I usually bless my water. You can repeat after me, or you can come up with your own. So first we're going to go, higher self, thank you for blessing this water with light. I call upon the dolphins to bless this water with their sounds and songs. I call the light of my heart to bless and activate this water. I ask that any frequencies that I need to be infused into this water by my higher self. I ask that any medicine that I need, any frequency that I need, be infused into this water by my higher self and source light. I call upon Archangel Michael to bless this water with the blue ray. And I ask that the blue ray bless all waters and purify all water. May all water be respected. May all water be purified. May all water be activated with Christ's light. Thank you, and so it is. You can see light moving through your hands into this water. And then when you drink it, it becomes your medicine. Thank you, and so it is. I have some local herbs that the beautiful Indigenous man picked for me yesterday. Oh, these ones are so good.
which also brings that sacred geometry. I have so much, like I could go on a whole nother thing about the blue ray and the plants right now, but we don't have time. We don't have time, people. If you want to, please come. If you are feeling it, Medicine Keepers of the Blue Violet Ray, because this is our last free session. We have 4 months to really dive into this medicine. You're also going to get guided meditations. You're going to get actually content that you can work with. It's just 10 or 15 minutes in your life before bed, in the morning. Different live journeys, pre-recorded videos that are not so long, even about 20 minutes. And for 4 months, we're going to have this group container to be together, to be in the energy of the blue ray, the blue violet ray, the dolphins and Isis and Hathor. We have so many things to swim through. We really are just scratching the surface in these ones, but at the same time, we are going quite deep. You know, we're doing both. But oh yeah, I'll have the link. Actually, I'll send you the link just in case some of you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to chat to you the link, and if you're on replay, the link will be below this video. Oh wait, I said that to Leanne. Just send it to everyone, just so you can check it out. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into our dolphin activation and now. So first, just take a moment to look at my turquoise sparkly on my heart. This is the vibe that we're going into, okay? We're going into the turquoise sparkly play with their little dolphin tail, whale tail. Let's go have some fun together. So when you're ready, you can close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Just starting to arrive in this space, signaling to yourself through your deep breath that you are coming into a space of meditation and activation. Breathing deep into your belly, your heart, and starting to hear etherically now the sound, the rumbling sound of the ocean, crashing ocean waves. The ocean is now showing up in your energy field, and you can hear the sounds of the crashing waves. You might even hear seagulls. You might even smell the sea breeze. And you find yourself on a beautiful shore, gazing out at the ocean. You actually notice something quite interesting. Although the sky is blue above this beautiful blue ocean, you can see the ocean as far as the eye can see, to the left, to the right, ocean, blue ocean. You also see that just above the ocean, on the line of the horizon where the ocean meets the sky, there's this beautiful pink energy. You can see pink merging into the blue above. All along the ocean, that horizon line is also pink. It's like an ombre. The pink leads into the blue sky. And you can feel, you can actually see, finally with your eyes, the love that is emanating from the ocean, the love of the Divine Mother, the womb, the waters of the womb, the ocean, and the divine love, feminine love, and some masculine love too. The ocean's got a masculine edge, but right now we're feeling the predominant energy, which is that mother's love, water. The pink energy is just emanating from this ocean. And you almost like feel this rush of wind that's actually the pink energy just greeting you. And all of the beings that are here today to support you in this activation sort of rush by you and blow your hair, or if you don't have hair, your beautiful, self, your skin. And you feel this undeniable call to get into the water and undress yourself first in this journey, indicating to yourself that you are releasing the shields. You are releasing what no longer serves, and you are becoming naked in your essence to go into the waters of the ocean, the waters of the womb, the waters of the Divine Mother,
And so when you're ready, start to walk into the ocean. Some of you might notice that on the shore as you're walking in, the ocean's actually washing up crystals, clear quartz crystals, different crystals. So you can feel the crystalline energy of the waters and going in deeper and deeper now. Go ahead. And when you're ready, just dive right in. You might dive under some waves and allow the waves to wash over you, clearing your energy field, clearing your etheric bodies. Just allow the waves to wash over you as you dive deep. And as you dive in, you're like, wow, my eyesight is so clear under here. It's like I'm wearing goggles, but I'm not. And then you're like, really? Wow. She's like, oh my goddess, I can breathe. This is great. And then your third wow, like, wow, I can swim really well. Check out why you can swim really well. Did you happen to grow a tail when you dove under, or do you still have your legs? Or maybe they just have webbed feet and you're just really good at the S shape. Just notice if you are in your human form or if you're in a different kind of body, a mer body. I don't know, maybe you even morphed into a dolphin or a whale being or a different sea creature. Just allow yourself to take on the form of whatever feels most appropriate to your heart and soul. Breathing in the healing energy of the ocean as you dive deeper and deeper, further and further, and just honor that you're safe here. You feel this energy of rose quartz pink around your body, indicating to you you're so safe in the ocean. You're only going to attract the energy that's going to meet you in unconditional love and stoke and joy. So you're safe, you're protected in these waters, these vast waters. Go swim, 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 swim. And eventually you hear those beautiful sounds. You hear those whistles, you hear those clicks, and you're like, oh yeah, baby, dolphins. And then just going a little forth and starting to see them come and approach you and swim around you and bless you with their sounds and their sonar and their healing. Taking a moment to just receive them. You might notice that one or two, or maybe a few in particular, really take a liking to you and act as your guides, your close guides. And telepathically, they tell you to follow them, that there's somewhere that they want to take you to. And they promise it's going to be really, really nice and really, really cool. And they think you're really, really going to like it. So just breathing here and swimming, swimming, swimming until you see this beautiful turquoise blue light coming from the ocean floor and rising up. And you can hear the most beautiful songs rising from this light. And the dolphins explain to you that this is a portal to Sirius, of which there are several in the ocean floor, in the ocean. And so they're going to come with you, and they really want to take you to their home on Sirius B, and they want to take you to a temple there. So just feel when you're ready, if you feel brave, to swim through this blue turquoise portal of light with your dolphin friends and go through that portal until you arrive, moving through the stars and landed into Sirius B constellation, moving into the sapphire blue, electric blue waters of Sirius. And as you swim into these waters, noticing what it looks like and feels like to you, just ask that you're going to the temple on Sirius that is most perfect for you on Sirius B. So the dolphins swim with you in these waters now in Sirius B. You're still in the ocean, but it's just in Sirius. Notice how the water might feel a little bit different. Notice that the dolphins might be like really stoked because they're going home and to one of their homes, at least in the galaxy, in the universe. And they might be just like celebrating. Go ahead and swim with them. And there's someone that they want you to meet. They're bringing you to the temple that's going to be perfect for you right now. And notice that they're bringing you to a guide. And this is one of your guides that's connected to Sirius. And approaching the temple. You see the temple however it looks to you. It could look like anything. But this temple is likely underwater unless you've been brought out of the water. Just take a moment to feel into the temple. You might get visuals. You might not get anything. You might just know and intend that there is your perfect Syrian temple in front of you. The dolphins are surrounding you. And this guide from Sirius that works with you is welcoming you and bringing you into the center of the temple. And breathing here now. And the dolphins and the guide are sharing, with your permission, we are going to unplug your meridians and your energy field so that you can carry more light, the light of who you really are in your human form and in all of your bodies. We would like to help to release any stress or density that your world is so full of at the moment. And if you're in agreement, just say yes, and you might sit or you might stand or be in some other magical way of existing. And feel this light moving through you, top to bottom, from above you, below you. And you'll notice the dolphins are swimming in a certain formation around you and starting to really get loud. It's like, oh my goddess. And you'll see also that so many other dolphins that are living on Sirius now have come. There's this massive pod of dolphins swimming around you and sending you so much sound and sonar, but perfect for you. As this guide holds you in the inner chamber and this light moves through you, just feeling this light coming from above, moving through your heart, moving below, maybe even coming from your heart. Just feel this light moving through you, the light of Sirius, the light of the dolphin heart. Breathing in the healing, every pore of your being receiving it. Every electron, every atom, breathing in the healing light and sounds of Sirius, of the dolphins, as they move through you, swirl through you, revealing your true self, revealing your true essence. Just take a moment to ask for any guidance or a message or a healing that you feel like you need at this time. Is there anything you would have me hear, dolphin, Syrian guide, higher self? What would you have me hear? Is there a healing you would like to give me now? breathing and allowing. Breathing in, receiving the light, receiving the sound, knowing you are worthy, breathing it into your sacral, breathing it into your heart, breathing it into your high heart now, feeling energy of turquoise, pink, gold, and pure crystalline light, transmitting into your high heart, between your heart and your throat. It is said that the high heart is only active in those who are in devotion to serving humanity, to serving the liberation of all beings, feeling into your high heart and asking the dolphins for a high heart activation. Our high heart is the closest energy that we have to the dolphin's heart. In fact, it can kind of be considered one and the same. It's a higher vibrational heart energy. It's one that resonates with unity consciousness. So allowing the dolphins to bring you a high heart, crystalline heart, dolphin heart activation, which also includes your main heart chakra, because they work together and they can work as one. So feeling into your gratitude in this moment for the dolphins. They're so good at working multidimensionally. They are so here with you. Asking your higher self to transmit your light codes, your soul codes into your heart. And breathing this love and activation in from the dolphins. I love myself. I'm willing to love myself just as much as I love the dolphins. I'm willing to love myself just as much as I love the dolphins. Maybe even more. Breathing in flowers, the rose, the pink rose into your heart that some dolphins are sending you now. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of heart power and heart coherence, and I am it in truth. I feel that and I know that now. Take a moment to just breathe into your high heart and your heart, maybe placing one or both hands on your heart. And just imagine that your heart is the one breathing, and it's breathing in dolphin energies. And it's breathing out an expanded heart field. And if you feel any pain in your heart, just connect again right with that heart star deep within the heart, in the high heart, the pinpoint of energy of the heart. Go deep into the heart to just connect with the light at the center of the heart. And breathe into the light and the star at the center of the heart, and the heart star, the diamond heart. And actually see your heart and your high heart fusing as one now into this beautiful, big heart energy. And just breathing in the dolphins and the rose and the love, and exhaling. You may see other colors. Just stay here for several moments, honoring whatever experience you're currently having. because the dolphins will meet you in any emotion that you're currently holding and love you and honor you. Taking a deep breath in, and you feel the energy of completion on Sirius now, and they're saying, all right, we're going to send you and the Earth Dolphins back to the portal, and we want you to go into a Sirian temple underneath the ocean, because we have temples in the ocean on Earth, and we want you to register this healing and this light and this empowerment on Earth now, because we need your body to register these frequencies and be on Earth and be the rainbow bridge to transmit them, so the core of the Earth can receive the Sirian light and the light codes and the dolphin's energy more deeply, so the whole Earth can rise and all beings can be liberated. So saying thank you to everything that you've experienced here on Sirius, knowing that you can come back whenever you'd like. And before you leave, your main guide gives you a gift. It may be energetic, it may be a feeling, it may be a symbol. You may not know what it is, but just know that it is being given. I receive, I accept, I receive, I accept, I receive, I accept, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive. You can sing that song if you want. I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I am worthy, I receive, I am worthy, I accept, I receive, receiving this gift, saying thank you, and then going with your OG team of dolphins, with play, with love in your heart, and going to swim back to the portal. They guide you. And go ahead and bring all of that beautiful Sirian activation through the portal. Going into back to the portal through the earth. Now you're back in the oceans of the earth. And finally, just let these dolphins lead you, now that you're back in the earth's waters, lead you to a Sirian temple underwater that's going to be the best one for you. Go ahead and swim over there. It might be ornate, it might just be blue light, it might be magical. Well, of course it's magical. Whatever you see or don't see is perfect. You might just swim somewhere and know that, okay, this is a temple. You might see sacred geometry. Whatever you see or don't see is perfect. Just go ahead and feel this temple, and then just go send this blue ray energy, maybe turquoise, maybe pink and gold are involved, and just send it right down into the core crystal of the earth. Go. This energy is grounded, activated, landed, embodied through the core crystal of the earth. Going right into the core crystal. And feeling all of us doing this at once. Past, present, and future throughout the waves. All of us on replay, on live, doing this. sending love, sending energy, just knowing that it is so. You already received it, sending it into the core crystal, activating the core crystal, and allowing this energy to emanate now from the core crystal through the whole earth, waves and waves and waves of light. I'm personally seeing a golden ankh at the center of the earth with sapphire blue radiating out. Whatever you see is perfect. Waves and waves and waves of sapphire blue light coming from the crystalline core. Maybe other colors too that you see. Blessing, blessing, blessing the waters, blessing the planet, activating the waters, activating the heart energy, activating the dolphin heart, activating the love, activating the knowingness. We are one with source. All is one with source. I am one with source. I am one with the dolphins. I am multidimensional. I am powerful. We are multidimensional. We are awakened to the truth. We are awakened to love. And may love move through that crystalline core and just resonate through this whole earth, receiving it, especially all the oceans being purified, the water being purified with the sapphire blue light. Breathing in and knowing that you've just opened yourself as a channel for the Sirian dolphin energies to be able to go deeply into the core crystal of the earth. You can choose to keep these open or you can choose to close them. If you do choose to keep them open, a beautiful complement may be joining us for Medicine Keepers of the Blue Violet Ray, because we'll be keeping this channel open and activating it much further for this beautiful 4-month journey. But just feeling into what feels appropriate for you now and knowing that in this moment, your channel is open for those Sirian dolphin frequencies and the crystalline heart and the dolphin heart. And the earth deeply thanks you. And just feel into if there's any resonance within you that got in your mind, oh, should I join the journey? Should I not? I don't know if I have enough money. Let it go, my beautiful beings. Some of you are picking up on those energies. Allow that lack or that confusion to go right into the source of your heart, knowing that you are unlimited, and whatever your heart is choosing for yourself, you will be supported. In or out or up or down, if it's what your heart wants, the light of money and resources and love and synchronicity is there for you. One of the teachings of the dolphins. Breathe into your heart. Decide from your heart. Take the leap. And you will be provided for. So blessing your heart and saying thank you. And right now you're being provided for with waves and waves of crystalline energy from the ocean into your heart. Up through your root, up through the spinal column, into the heart, waves and waves of crystalline energy from the earth into your heart. And finally, to see the violet flame deep within the ocean's waters burning around you, burning in your root, burning in your sacral. That's a violet fire that can burn underwater, burning in your energy field, burning in your solar plexus, burning in your heart, burning in your throat, in your third eye, in your crown. Seeing this violet flame burn under you, under your feet, and all around you. And some of you are letting go of cords now to that sexual matrix. Because if you feel triggered right now, what's actually happening is the cords to the lower vibrational control matrices are leaving, but are very upset. And they're asking you, no, choose me, hold on, choose the resistance. So if you are feeling triggered or resistant right now, bring that violet flame in, because you are currently letting go of those cords that we've spoken about today. Let them go, burn them, baby, in that violet flame. Let those dolphins sing extra songs to you. Good, I'm so proud of you. See yourself born anew in your true essence, in your true form. Let everything go. You might even feel like a skin, like a snake skin, just come off of you. Like you just dropped this weight that's burning in the violet flame to be transmuted now. The violet flame. And the violet flame, the Ascended Master, one of them who holds the violet flame is Saint Germain. So I'm just going to sing you a little song that I made up as we just take these final few moments together. as you feel underneath the blue water with the turquoise vibration of the dolphins singing to you, the violet flame purifying every part of you that wants to be purified. The violet flame of Saint Germain is running through my body. The violet flame of Saint Germain is running through my cells. The violet flame of Saint Germain is running through my body. The violet flame of Saint Germain is burning through it all. Is burning through it all. Is burning through it all. Just feel the violet flame deeply transmuting and allowing you to be in vibrational resonance to hold the frequencies that you just received. And again, if you're feeling joy, this is so beautiful. If you're feeling some heaviness rise up, sometimes this can come when a beautiful light activation has happened, and it will let loose all of the gunk. It's like a really powerful cleaner. That gunk was really stuck to the walls of your emotional body, and it's this cleaner that it's like Gooby Gone or whatever that's called, and it separates the emotional gunk and trauma from the lining of your emotional body. And now it can move and start to be transmuted more effectively, and is starting to move out. But now it's actually kind of loose in your emotional body. So you actually feel it more, even though it's on the way out. So if you feel that, good. Some of you are getting that. So just violet flaming that and saying, thank you so much. I love you. You've been so great. All this gunk in my emotional body. I love you. I bless you. I thank you. And the violet flame burns it to return to source. There we go. And if that was you, you can just snap your fingers and just say, thank you. Clearing it out. Clearing it out. All right. And just feeling that. And finally, just thank the dolphins. Like, yeah, baby. Thanks, dolphins. I'll be back. Come visit me in my dreams tonight. If you want to say that to the dolphins, please continue this healing and activation in my dreams tonight. Go ahead and swim to the shore. And once you get to the shore, move out onto the land. And when you look back at the ocean, you still see that pink horizon. And what do you know it? You see this beautiful dolphin jumping out of the water and straight into your heart. And this dolphin merges with your heart field and starts to live inside of you. And this is you, your activated dolphin consciousness, re-anchoring into your body and your energy field now. Taking a deep breath, and when you're ready, walk yourself back into your physical body, maybe moving your hips or wiggling your toes. A lot of energy moving around. If you want to bring in the blue ray to hold you, or the turquoise, the rose quartz, or the gold, or the violet, go ahead and feel in one of those colors surrounding you and holding you. You did so great. For so many of you, so much energy moves. So be tender with yourself, gentle. It's okay if there's some heaviness that came up. That's a really good thing. That means it's moving. Remember, love it. Say thank you for showing up. I love you. Again, if we want to be masters of joy, we also have to learn how to treat our shadows, because the more light we hold, the more the shadows will come up to be love. So on our pathway of receiving and being in joy, we are in tandem, just loving and honoring that which feels unlovable, and that will set us free, as well as the whole world, and usher in this new golden age. Taking a deep breath, and I feel Isis here, just bringing in a final blessing for us. She's coming in with her purple energy, her violet energy now, blessing. Thank you, Isis. Taking a deep breath in. And whenever you're ready, there's no rush. You can come back to this space. Oh my gosh, I'm opening my eyes and it's 8:55. Fives are a Blu-ray number. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Well, thank you so much for being here. This went longer than last time, so I really appreciate you just showing up and making this space and just arriving and saying yes to this activation. And we'll end this very soon. I don't want to be on here for too much longer because you probably need to integrate, but I do want to open this space to feel and if anybody has any shares, anything that you want to share about that experience, about what you saw. I see Jess is, ooh, beautiful violet flames in her book. That's super beautiful. And yeah, feel free to chat anything that you want to share. Ali says thank you if you feel like you just really want to vibe out and receive that and not say anything or not chat, or if you're on replay, share in the comments. I'm just going to tune into anything else that the dolphins wish to share. They're saying, we love you, we thank you, we see you. And they're saying, though many people are drawn to us, there's only a handful in our visioning, what we would call a handful of those who are truly ready to embody and marinate on our frequencies. So if you would like to be one, just keep coming back to us. Keep letting us fill you with the joy codes. And know that transmutation is a deep part of the experience of being able to hold joy in your human body. So we will also support you with that. And that's where the orcas and the snake can come in as well as that unconditional love. So again, if you're feeling less than shiny right now, remember that transmutation is a part of the journey to the embodied joy of the dolphins. And all of it, shadow and light, is beautiful. Again, the 13 Moon Mystery School comes in. There's a beautiful saying, mantra from the 13 Moon Mystery School devoted to the goddess that I am an initiate in. I love my shadow as I love my light. I love my shadow as I love my light. And this is one of the keys to embodied joy in a human body. Okay, so Annette says, wow, beautiful. Mary Pat says, thank you for this, so needed it. Christine says, thank you. Joanne says, thank you, lots of intense energy. Yeah, love, love, love. Audrey says, what a beautiful journey. Thank you very much, Beth and everyone. Annette says, embodied joy, yes. Okay, so drink lots of blessed water after this. It was such a treat to be able to hang out with you, seriously. And if you want to continue, of course, and journey into Medicine Keepers with the Blue Violet Ray, that's going to be a whole thing, a whole situation, a whole activation. So you, of course, are welcome and invited into that. So Valerie says, I heard my dolphin that jumped in my heart with my physical ears. When morphing in the ocean, I was first, oh cool, a sea snake, then mermaid. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. Carlin says, wow, thank you for this. Yeah. And also, just so y'all know, in maybe June, I am going to run my second round of dolphin consciousness, where we're going to actually, like, the whole point is just the dolphins. We're not doing all the other magical blue ray, violet ray things. We're just going to be swimming with dolphins, dolphin energy for a while together. So if you just want the dolphins, there's going to be that coming up, but it's not going to be coming up for another few months here. All right, so blessings. Thank you. 9 o'clock here in South Africa. I bless you. I thank you. And may you know how lovable you are. May we feel into our hearts again. And again, you can work with that violet flame as well if you need some support in transmutation. If there's anything that comes up that's kind of got loosened after this ceremony and activation, bring in the blue ray, the blue violet ray, the violet, not too much of it, because you can overdo it. But if it feels really nice to just burn that violet ray through your etheric bodies and your physical bodies, and that will really help you in coming into a higher vibrational space. So have a beautiful day or evening. You are all so amazing. You are all royalty. So thank you for treating yourself as such. So if you feel like it, you can unmute yourself as we say goodbye and just say goodbye as you leave the space.
Bye. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Beth.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.